had happened.
Little bit nervous, little bit curious.
I came home from work one day and I went home and opened my closet door, and there was a being there, and I had never had any sort of paranormal experience before.
That you remember.
That I remember. And he was tall and very handsome and shining like this white energy, and his eyes were all black.
Yes.
I, at the time, thought it was just a ghost. And
just a ghost. Oh, all right.
And later on, I've come to feel that this potentially was some sort of extraterrestrial.
There is a connection to that energy, yes.
Yes, and I was just curious, can extraterrestrials present themselves to us in such a way?
Some can, yes.
Yes. Do you believe that was an extraterrestrial? Could that?
No, I don't believe it. I know that it was.
Okay. And are these interactions starting to happen more often to people?
They are. The more that you begin to open up to the possibility and the probability that there are those around you all the time that you just more often than not cannot perceive, then you will be able to perceive them more often.
Okay.
But it's a beginning and it's a barometer. And there are things that are done that allow us to know when all of you are ready for more. So things are done like that, reactions are observed, and assessments are made as to how you responded to it and what that tells us about how ready you are for other more conscious interactions.
Awesome. I love it. I have one more question too.
Yes.
I'm very interested in the hybrid children program.
Yes.
And particularly in Los Angeles, is there going to be any sort of interaction in this LA area that has to do with the hybrid children?
There can be, but probably not right away in a large scale. The first large scale interactions will usually take place in more isolated areas on your planet. Mm-hmm. Does that make sense?
Totally.
That doesn't mean that some of them don't pay a visit now and then to some of the larger cities on your planet, because they are in the phase where they are practicing blending into your society, since they eventually will live among you. So sometimes they are taken by a guide of sorts into cities, and they live for brief periods of times in places like your apartments, where they are taught and tutored how to blend into your society. And then they sometimes will walk the streets to see how close they get. Yes?
Great.
So there are such programs going on. Sometimes you may notice them. Most times you may not.
Okay.
Does that help?
Totally, yep.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you so much. That's all for me.
Oh, all right.
Hello, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
Thank you. I just have a question for you about our abilities as human beings to be able to heal ourselves.
Yes.
So I was diagnosed with non-Hodgkin's lymphoma back in the fall of 2015.
How exciting.
Exactly. And through the use of permission slips alternative, I've done a really good job of almost eradicating that.
All right.
And it led to this question. So do we as human beings, since we can have the ability to heal ourselves, maybe even without the permission slips, if we develop our own...
Well, you are the permission slip.
Okay.
Ultimately, that's what you learn, is that you don't necessarily need what might classically appear to be a permission slip, because you're the one making the decision to change anyway. It's just that when people use permission slips, they're saying that they believe it's easier for them to change by using that thing because it fits with their belief system. But ultimately, you realize, since you're the one changing anyway, you don't really need the external reflection.
Okay, so then the next question would be, do we as human beings have the capability now to be able to significantly extend our lives? And do we all, do we tend to pass away between these ages that we've accepted simply because we've accepted that on a mass scale?
Yes.
Okay.
Now, not everyone will necessarily choose to have what you may view as an extended life because it may not fit their theme. But yes, the potential is there, absolutely.
So it's not that we don't have capability now, it's just that we haven't learned how to use it or break through that conditioned.
Yes.
Okay.
Or again, it may not simply fit the theme you've chosen to explore.
Excellent.
Does that help?
It helps a lot.
All right.
Thank you.
You are welcome.
G'day, Bashar.
And to you, good day.
I've only discovered you about 2 months ago.
Oh, well, I've only just discovered you now.
And but I've known of the teachings for a long time. So,
Oh, all right.
I'm hoping maybe you could help me with a couple of questions.
Maybe. Maybe not.
I'm trying to find. Well, I think I've finally am following my joy.
You think you are?
I think so.
You think so. You're not sure.
I think I'm sure.
You think you're sure.
Well, let me explain.
Oh, all right.
So I've, for the last 30 years, I've been in IT, but my main passion and hobby has always been in the metaphysical side of things.
Yes.
And really trying to understand how you create your reality.
Yes.
And really more wanting to get an understanding of the brain and how it all works.
Oh, all right.
And
yes.
About a month and a half ago when I discovered you, I woke up one day after listening to you and joined a class doing hypnotherapy.
All right. How exciting.
And yes, I'm finding it extremely exciting in comparison to the job that I'm doing right now, which I find very boring.
All right. Now, remember, we always say, make sure that whatever you're doing can or cannot be made more exciting based on how you're defining your relationship to it. Because sometimes things may not seem to be exciting because your own definitions may be dampening the excitement that could be there. That's always the first thing to check. But if you finally conclude that what you're doing really isn't as exciting as you would prefer it to be, then yes, at the very least, give yourself the opportunity to act on your excitement whenever you can, to give your excitement a chance to demonstrate and prove to you that it actually ultimately can support you. However, we also advise that if for some reason someone simply can't bring themselves to believe that their excitement could fully support them in life, then it isn't necessarily wise to let go of the things that you're doing that may not be your excitement if you truly believe you need them to be supported in life. So it's a balancing act of you deciding what is really true for you and what you believe is possible for you, and at the very least giving your excitement a chance to prove that it could support you, and then wean yourself off of the things that aren't exciting at whatever rate you're actually comfortable with. It could be quick, it could be slow, it's really up to you.
And that brings me to the next question.
How synchronous?
Yes, it is actually, because the reason why I'm very excited about the hypnotherapy is that it's made me finally realize that I could actually go in within and change the belief systems
yes.
that I don't agree with.
Yes.
And that's the reason why I'm excited about it.
Well, yes, that is cause for excitement because the belief system and the definitions you believe in are completely and utterly the foundation of how you experience physical reality. So once you get a handle on the fact that you've actually now discovered the blueprint, you can change the blueprint to allow the physical experience to be more reflective of the blueprint that you prefer.
So how can I go about making sure that this is the path that I want to go to? Because I really...
No, you can't be sure.
Okay.
And you don't need to be sure. All you need to do is act on whatever contains more excitement than any other option that comes to you at any moment in your life. It doesn't have to be expressed as a constant career. It can change. Follow the path of excitement, because it will change from time to time in terms of how it expresses itself, and you can never actually be certain that the form in which your excitement might present itself in one moment is actually the form that needs to come to fruition. What you can know for certainty is that if you act to the best of your ability on whatever opportunity is presented to you that does represent your highest excitement, without any insistence on what the outcome ought to look like, you will continue to expand your opportunities to act on your excitement. And it may not look like you expect, but who cares? You will constantly be living a life of excitement.
And happiness.
Absolutely.
So with that,
yes.
My imagination, my imaging
yes.
of what I perceive myself is to go out there in the world and be able to do life coaching and actually help people change their belief systems.
And so when will you give yourself an opportunity to begin to do that?
In 6 months, we start clinical work
within
the school.
Yes. Do you want to wait 6 months?
Not really.
Is there something you could be doing that is at least to some degree representative of your excitement in the time before the 6 months?
Yes, synchronicity helped me meet with this gentleman that has been a life coach for about 40 years.
All right.
And he and a partner of his who's since passed away had created what was called the core paradigm.
Yes.
And somehow that fell on my lap, and this man is offered to guide me through coaching.
All right.
So I'm doing that in parallel with the hypnotherapy.
All right. Well, very good. So you are attracting the opportunities that you require at this point. Again, act on what you're excited about, absorb what it is that makes sense to you, leave the rest behind, and keep moving forward.
Well, thank you very much.
It's that simple. It really is, because it's a complete kit. It's a holistic kit, and it comes with all the tools you need, and it unfolds automatically, and it leaves absolutely nothing relevant out.
One last question then.
Yes.
So I do have some, what's the word, apprehension? I don't know if it's fear.
Resistance?
Yeah.
All right. What are you afraid will happen?
The supporting myself.
Well, as I said, it contains all the tools.
Yeah.
Now, it may not necessarily always look like your definition of what you've been taught to believe represents support, but it will be support in whatever form it comes in, because the only thing it needs to do is to give you the ability to do what you need to do when you need to do it. It doesn't have to come in a specific form if that form isn't relevant to allowing you to do that. But it will come in whatever form is relevant. So why do you care what form it comes in, as long as you know it will come in whatever form will allow you to continue to act on your highest excitement? Why does it have to look a certain way? As I said, you cannot insist on the way things should look. If you insist on the way they should look and specify that it's got to be this way or nothing, then you're not really following the formula that works.
Exactly. And I wrote down your formula today. I spent most of the day writing it down, your
well, it's a very simple formula
of creating reality. So it's very informative. Thank you.
All right. So does that help?
It did. Thank you very much.
You are welcome. Please, again, all of you, understand the importance that we're not sharing philosophy with you. We are actually giving you an instruction manual for how reality works. It's just as concrete as any instruction manual you might read to learn how to operate a machine. If you follow the instructions, the machine will operate correctly. All of these principles are literally an instruction manual. Follow them, and you will find out that it works, because it can't do anything else. It's a description of the structure of existence.
Hello, Bashar.
And a you good day.
So throughout the past few years of my life, I've been gaining lots of clarity.
All right.
On my sole purpose and my passion.
Yes.
And how it benefits me while also benefiting others.
Of course. It always benefits others for everyone to be themselves.
Yes. And I've been in a state of clarity for a long time. But recently I just had a challenge.
Oh, all right. How exciting.
Yes.
Such as?
And it's about trust.
Trust?
Yeah.
What do you mean? It's about trust.
Well, the challenge is it's hard for me to, not hard for, but it's a challenge for me to
trust?
To trust others easily for everyone.
It's not a challenge for you to trust.
Yeah.
The challenge is deciding what to put your trust in. You're
Yeah.
always trusting something to be true.
Yes.
So this is another opportunity to gain clarity and discernment on another level. Yes?
Yes.
All right.
I think it's more so I tend to protect myself.
You choose to.
I choose to because
Because you believe you can be taken advantage of?
yeah, or set up into a situation that I don't want.
But so what if you enter a situation you don't prefer? Why can't you exit it?
That's a good point.
Well, thank you very much. We sometimes make them. Why does it have to be such a difficult thing to imagine? You find yourself somewhere you don't prefer to be somewhere else.
Thank you.
Learn from it, because many times people will attract into their lives the things they don't prefer in order to make the things they do prefer clearer by contrast. That's how you use what you don't prefer in a way that you prefer.
Yes.
So attracting things you don't prefer when you stay in the proper state can actually be part of your preference. That's the paradox. Yes?
Yes, thank you.
Does this help?
Yes, it does.
Are you sure?
Yes.
All right.
And then I have one more question.
Yes.
I've always felt I get really in depth within myself.
In depth.
Like I guess I feel like I could travel really far inside myself.
Well, yes, you are infinite within yourself.
Yeah, and I think I don't know.
Yes.
Not so much so my origin.
Origin?
Yeah.
What does that mean when you're talking about yourself as a timeless being?
I know. I think that's why I try to stay away from that word.
Well, you didn't stay away from it tonight.
I know. But
your origin is here. Your
Yes.
origin is now. And it's not an origin because you exist, and therefore existence is your fundamental quality. Please remember, time is subject to existence. Existence is not subject to time.
yes.
Time is one of the creations within existence. You can have what appear to be the origins of things within a space-time perspective, but there's no such concept for existence itself. It only knows one quality: to exist, to be.
Yes.
That's it.
I think the question I was getting to is
Yes.
is there any insight that I could gain from whatever group of energies or group of oversouls that I'm more so closely connected to?
Well, there might be. But if you understand that you can, what was that word? Trust. The way your life unfolds, if for some reason it's important for you to know that information, and you know that your life and synchronicity leaves nothing relevant out of your life, then don't you imagine that if it's important for you to know that, it will come to you somehow?
Yes.
So then why not simply let it work automatically and show up if it needs to, exactly when it needs to, instead of wondering whether or not you should know it? Because if it doesn't show up, you didn't need to know it. If you need to know it, nothing will stop it from showing up except you taking the time to wonder if it will show up. Because then you're using that time to wonder whether it will show up instead of just allowing it to show up.
Makes sense.
I know, that's why I said it. Does that help?
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.